Welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlis here, and I've been thinking about a question that me and many people have been trying to figure out for quite some time. Does King's Rock stack with Serene Grace if you're using a move that causes flinch? So pretty much King's Rock Togekiss with Serene Grace. Does it make it to where you get an extra chance to flinch on top of that 60% chance? Now, when you do the research, you get a lot of conflicting results. Different forum posts will say yes, different forum posts will say no. Cited things are everywhere, and it's really confusing because if you go to the game, the straight up game just says if you successfully inflict damage, the target may also flinch. So it seems like a yes. It just seems like, alright, it should stack. And if you keep going into it, the Serene Grace talk on Bulbapedia kind of shows a couple other things. So the Serene Grace ability does also stack with King's Rock. So we're looking at 20% chance along with that 60% chance. Now, the game is probably going to handle it multiplicatively, so we are having supporting evidence that it's probably 60% times 20%, so it's 72%, which means we're going to have a larger chance to flinch, at least by some margin. However, there is conflicting results on just Bulbapedia itself, that if you have a 10% chance to flinch when holding a move that does damage and does not already have a chance to flinch. That's the item definition according to Bulbapedia. So that means there's only one thing to do, and before I go any further, please leave a like on this video, please try to share it with your friends, because this next part took a lot of time and a bit of work. So I went and I used Rock Slide with Serene Grace 400 times to try to get as accurate data as possible to try to figure this one out. Now, Dunsparce does have the Serene Grace ability, so using Rock Slide should be a 60% chance under that, and the reason why I did that is because since it uses a physical attack, and a weak physical attack at that, I can outspeed Lairon rather easily. It can set up Iron Defense, and then that means I can just kind of battle the same Pokemon over and over, and just use as many Leppa Berries as it needed to figure out how this works. So for the first results without a King's Rock, it's pretty much expected. 19 out of 30 times, like I did this in increments, 19 out of 30 times, it was a flinch, 30 out of 50 times, 59 out of 100, and 119 out of 200. So pretty much 59 to 60% of the time, we were getting a flinch. After that, I slapped a King's Rock onto Dunsparce, and I repeated the process to get 19 out of 30 on the first time. That's a bit eerie. So then we got 31 out of 50, 60 out of 100, and then 120 out of 200. If anything, King's Rock is almost more accurate because we got a consistent 60% at the 100 and 200 thresholds. And that just shows that King's Rock has no effect on Serene Grace from as far as I can tell. That after looking at it, it looks like the definitions put in by Bulbapedia and not the assumptions made by just looking at the game is where it's at. So that's kind of all there is to it. I was actually a proponent thinking that King's Rock and Razor Fang, I guess we can assume Razor Fang because it's effectively the same item with the same effect, that it did stack because there wasn't any indication that it didn't. But however, it looks like it does not stack, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys learned this. Remember, please share this with your friends to share some knowledge. Thank you for watching the video, and I hope you all have a nice day.